tip of the month this month is called Never State Your Price First. Never state your price first. Do you ever watch Pawn Stars? How many people watch Pawn Stars? About half the people here. I have my students watch Pawn Stars because they're very good at negotiating. Someone will come in and, what's the guy's name that runs the shop? Rick. My wife knows that. She said, Rick. We watch this all the time. So someone will come in and they'll say, well, I have this thing here. Rick will look at it and say, well, I don't know what that's worth. I think I'll bring in someone and have them appraise it. And so he'll bring them in and the appraiser will look at it and say, this is very rare. It's worth $10,000. Then Rick will look at the person and he'll say, what do you want to do? Do you want to pawn this or sell it? And they'll say, I want to sell it. Then he'll say, what do you want to get for it? Now look, it's just been appraised for what? $10,000. And they'll say, well, maybe $9,500. And Rick will always go, no, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do that. How about $3,500? Now it's just been appraised for $10,000, and Rick says, I'll give it $3,500. And they'll go, 35. Would you do 5? Now isn't that amazing? Just seconds ago it was appraised at $10,000, and now they're asking Rick for 5. They came down half in a matter of seconds. How did that happen? Well, he was willing to make an offer. He was willing to make an offer for what he really thought it was worth to him. So he'll negotiate with them. He'll come back and say, well, maybe I can do 37. Now, they're coming down in thousands. He's going up in hundreds. And he ends up, most of the time, buying it. So, never state your price first. If you've ever listened to Dr. Roos, he spends a lot of time teaching about why you shouldn't state your price first. And the reason is this. Their price may have been lower than what you were willing to pay. And so if you offer someone, this is a true story. One of my students called me, he was a realtor, and he said, I have a burnout I want you to look at. So I immediately sent Joel over to look at the burnout. The home was worth, it was in South Arlington, it was worth $108,000. So I ran it through TurboBidder, and I decided that in the condition it was in, I was willing to pay $45,000 for the home. I called the realtor back and I said, what are they asking? He said, they're not asking anything, you have to make an offer. And I said, I don't do that. I will not make an offer. You've got to contact them and have them tell me what they want before I'll make an offer. A few minutes he called back and he said, Dennis, they want $25,000 for the house. Now if I'd have offered $45,000, I would have lost $20,000. Now if you just take this tip today, the people in this room, and take this tip and do this from this time forward, I've probably increased the net worth of the room by hundreds of thousands of dollars over a period of time. So that's a really great tip. When someone tells you what they want for the property, you always do what Rick does and you wince. It doesn't matter if their price was lower than yours, you always go, oh. You've got to practice that because the American culture is to be cool. No matter what anybody says, you're not going to react. You have to practice in order to react. So when somebody says, I want $100,000 for this property, and you were willing to pay them $103,000, you still go, I was hoping we'd be able to work together. Is that the best you can do? Say that back to me. Is that the best you can do? And many times they'll say, well, maybe I'll come down $1,000 or $2,000. So that's a great tip. That's the tip of the month. Now for this tip and all the other tips, go to DennisJHenson.com and see the tip of the month and also the pick of the month. There's lots of great things there for real estate investors. They're the very best quality at the lowest possible price. If you can find something that's better quality and a lower price, if you'll tell me, I'll change it out so that everybody has an opportunity to find the very best deal.